Tonight, just in time for International Wedgie Day. It's the game show you've tried to avoid for a lifetime. Wedgie of Misfortune.
Wedgie!
From the twisted minds who brought you Deal or No Pants comes the only show that offers big money and even bigger pain. Get ready to spin the giant waistband to walk away with cash or a permanently high voice.
Smell you later.
For the first time in history, it's a game show everyone hopes they'll lose because absolutely no one wants to hit the atomic jackpot. In the only game where your undies hang in the balance, Merv Griffin presents Wedgie of Misfortune. Only on the Pain and Shame Network. Viewer discretion advised.
We've got a show to do.
We gotta do a show.
This is a great show to do.
I'll show you how to do one.
You're gonna do the show?
That's incredible. It's incredible.
And it is gonna be amazing.
What's that got to do with this show?
Oh, snap.
Oh, snap, he said out loud. Good morning. Yabba-dabba-doo. Man, we loved watching them. Fred implemented in our lives the joy of getting off work. We watched him slide down the back of that brontosaurus tail and there he was. Yep, the joy of getting off work. Good morning. Today is the joy of going to work. You know, it's 7:30 in the morning. You guys are gearing up for your day. Lots of things ahead, I'm sure. Got lots of stuff on your plate today? I'll tell you what. When I came into the studio this morning, and I went back to where the kennels are, where we keep the interns and weather people. And there was Stone, and he was just running circles in his kennel. It was kind of wild. The weather's going to be nuts. Fred used to be cool and sell cigarettes. I sold Good Morning, Glender. Good morning, stud. Take me to bed or lose me forever. Show me the way home, baby. Fred used to sell cigarettes. I used to sell cigarettes in my convenience store days. All right, so today is National Peanut Butter and Jelly Day. And if I were to have a treat, I guess, in my final meal in prison, a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich with crunchy peanut butter, that'd be the way to go. One too many clients. That's when everybody gets buzz cuts. Boom. One and done. That's good, but business is booming. That is good, too. It is World Autism Awareness Day today. We'll talk a little bit more about that in a second. It's International Children's Book Day. Have you guys written any children's books? I should probably write a kid's book. Kids don't relate to me well. They're like, he's old. Fred used to be cool and sell cigarettes. Yeah, right? Back in the day when those things were, big tobacco could still spend the money. It is National Ferret Day. If you got one of them stinky little ferrets, hey, they're cute. Knock yourself out. Not for me. They stink. National Reconciliation Day. My problem would be is I'd write it and then I'd try to illustrate it myself and people would be like, these are terrifying. What kind of person illustrated this? Good morning, Mr. Henry. Welcome back. Glad you made it safely home. Looks like it was quite a good trip. Morning, Troy. National Reconciliation Day today. So say you're sorry or do something to fix it. National Ride Your Horse to a Bar Day. I would not do that today here in the Heartland. Your horse will be pissed. But National Ride Your Horse to a Bar Day today. And most importantly, as we heard this morning with our little vignette, it's International Wedgie Day. That's right, by cracky, it's International Wedgie Day, so pull them up, give them hell. Beard hair on the mic. I know, it drives me nuts. And it wasn't even a beard hair. It's in my periphery. It's just a little lint hair, just wispy little thing just going like this. Just a piece of lint from something. But I can see it in my periphery. And if I don't get it off it drives me insane. World Autism Awareness Day. What are you saying, Darren? First off, go to autismspeaks.org. I'm going to post the link in here so you guys can learn more on your own. And also, you can take the early autism, your autism-friendly training right there. It's a quick quick little thing. But let me throw this in here for the YouTube and, the non-Facebook crowd and then the Facebook crowd. Get you all covered. Every April, Autism Speaks, which is the nonprofit you see in the logo that you don't see. Hang on, because I do have a logo for that, I'm pretty sure. Didn't I? Yeah, I did. There it is. Autism Speaks celebrates World Autism Month. Today is World Autism Day, beginning with our United Nations sanctioned today, World Autism Awareness Day. This year marks the 18th annual World Autism Awareness Day, and throughout the month, they focus on sharing stories and providing opportunities to increase understanding and acceptance of people with autism and fostering worldwide support. So again, click the link. You can go check out their website at some point, get some more details. And you can take that 30-minute autism-friendly training. It was developed with autistic people, okay, just to help you learn simple ways to make everyday spaces more welcoming to people with autism. Okay? It's education. Whether you're at work or you're in a classroom or in your windowless van or at your local library, whatever it might be, small actions can make a big impact. Here, I'm going to give a direct link to that training too, so you guys have that for reference. But anyway, World Autism Awareness Day, and now you're aware. Let's dig in on this TIQ. This bad boy. I think this one will get caught pretty quick. I kind of hope it does. It needs to be. Hip on the autism train. Good on you. My sister always makes a point to do the purple pumpkins and things like that, for the holiday to help out with Halloween shenanigans. 31% of singles say they have dated someone they met here. Where is here? Guess away. World Autism Awareness Day, and you are guessing it. You're getting it today, Glenda? Should I text Justin congratulations? Oh, I'm just kidding. Perfect. Online, she says. Nope. But we're going to dig in on our birthdays. I got some Incubus dig playing right now on Real Rock. I had to bring this one back, even though it was from February and Lincoln's birthday. I still love the graphic, and I think Jepson's Malort's important. Facebook, no. At work, grocery store, no. Good guesses. Today, Alan Clark, a.k.a. Bud. Alan Clark and I are college buddies and fraternity brothers and an awesome human. Alan, happy birthday, my man. Hope the kids get you something awesome and the wife slaps you on your ass. A bar, no. In the studios, no. Laundromat, church. Church was my first guess. Not it. I'm just double checking back here. Okay. Yeah, nobody's got... Oh, Glenda got it. There it is. It's the gym. I told you it wouldn't last very long. So let's give Glenda a hearty ringing of the cowbell. I think Glenda's due for a coffee decor. I'm just going to do that right now. Let's see. Glenda, that sexy good witch most of the time. And I'm gonna draw Texas coming over to Glenda. Oh my God, I forgot the D. I don't care. Glenda, because I love you, I'm not going to correct this. Because I was so focused on getting my letters right, I forgot the D. Justin's probably happy that I didn't give you the D for your coffee thing. So we're just going to keep it. It's the Glenna, and that's Texas, believe it or not. Again, I will not be illustrating my own children's book. But Glenda, congratulations on getting today's TIQ. Glenna. I probably called her Glenna after a couple of Jaeger shots at a show. So it's okay. I probably said, Glenna, hey, where's Carrie? And there's the floor. All right. Happy birthday to Bud. Love you, Alan. Happy birthday to Katrina Bobina. Katrina Craver. Happy birthday. This may at a bar where you rode your horse to. Yeah, probably. Should be. I love an early TIQ because then the show scroll goes and you're like, oh, we're going to talk about that later. All right, it is Mark Weber's birthday, proprietor of the Rude Dog Pub here in Cape Girardeau. By the way, my Wu-Tang shirt is yellow. It's just the green screen in order for me to get the yellow. I don't have enough light, and it gets too dark, and it blends poorly here, and I don't like it. So I prefer to just deal with this. Mark Weber, happy birthday. Justin Roth, happy birthday. Husband to Brooke, director of HRs and peoples and things. Hey, happy birthday, Justin. You're awesome. Mary Ramsey, also awesome, and also celebrating her birthday today. I haven't seen Mary Ramsey in a long time. Where did you go? Where did you go? I want to know. Little Boss Tones for you. And Eric McGowan, happy birthday, Eric. Eric is awesome. Eric's daughter Ella and Layla are twin towers, what we call them. Volleyball style. Still nothing to F with. That's right. Green screen Wu-Tang. Nothing to F with. All the D jokes. All right. Country star Zach Bryan is 29 today. And I was like, isn't he older than that? But then I was thinking of Luke Bryan. I don't know who Zach Bryan is. But happy birthday, Zach. I don't follow country music. I apologize. Michael Fassbender is 48 today. The actor, the legend. Michael Fassbender. Pedro Pascal. You know him in The Mandalorian. You also know him from a lot of other things. Narcos. If you watch Narcos, he was Javier. It was a Mighty Mighty reference, and thank you, Gregory, for catching that. Because that was a little one-off from a really old tune, too. Bravo. That's true. Yeah, this is my Reflecto shirt. Pedro Pascal, the big 5-0 today. It makes me happy knowing he's my age. Looks about 10 years younger than me, so good for you, Pedro. But he makes me laugh. That last commercial he did for the Super Bowl with the musical stuff, and that was nice. Rosalind Sanchez, 52 today. Law and Order actor Chris Maloney is 64. Country singer Buddy Jewell is 64 today. And, there goes my shoulder. Emmylou Harris turns the big 78. Happy birthday to Emmylou and you, if it's your birthday. That's your birthdays. Isn't that nice? Quick, painless, porcupine time. Time-traveling porcupine, that is. You met the Boss Tones once, Dennis. Good. Man, I am jealous. I have an autograph. This is how much I loved them. I have an autographed Boss Tones 8x10 glossy that I bought off eBay because I did not get the opportunity to meet them. But I wanted an autographed picture back in the college days. The Boss Tones were a big influence on me musically early in my ska days. Ska Core, The Devil and More, and I was major Boss Tones fan. I still am, right? But they've retired. Were you a big Boss Tones fan? I dug the music. I really did. And I didn't know this. That Dickie Barrett had another band that he started after the Boss Tones. And matter of fact, I added, I think, one of their songs to my playlist here. What the hell is the name of the group called? It's like, you might know it. I can't find the song now. But anyway, point is, he has another band, and I heard this single come across, and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, that sounds like Dickie B. And it is Dickie B, and with a bunch of other guys and no horns. That's all right. They played a baseball field at a college near you. He just wandered out onto the stage, and they're like, hey, we got another Boss Tones, and Dennis starts skanking. Today in history, on this date in 1513, Spanish explorer Mickey Sharp landed near what is now called St. Augustine, Florida, and declared the land for Spain. No, it was Juan Ponce de Leon. I don't know why I said that French, because he was Spanish. Anyway, yeah, St. Augustine, the oldest settlement in the world, in the New World. My childhood friend's dad would get angry if he talked while Amy was on the road. Yeah, quiet you, it's Emmylou. Dude, I would love to have gone to one of their Boston Throwdowns. Same thing with Dropkick, right? Just, my body couldn't do that anymore. 1827, lead pencils were first manufactured. Before then, you just had a chunk. That's all you could do. It was in 1902 that the first U.S. movie theater opened in Los Angeles, charging 10 cents for admission. You guys know the name of that famous theater? I bet you do. In 1935, radar was invented. Not the character from MASH, although I don't know when he may have been born the same year, which would have been interesting. But radar was invented, 1935. Jumping ahead to 1977, my sister was 3 days old, and Fleetwood Mac hit number one with their album Rumors. And it stayed at number one for 31 weeks, because it's a hell of an album. 31 weeks, of course. 1978, Velcro is available for purchase for the first time. Yeah, you guys thought, no, we've had Velcro going way, way back. Not to us. NASA and the military, they had that shit on lock. They're like, we can't let the Russians get a hold of this Velcro technology. I bet at least 3 of you have an item within arm's reach with Velcro on it right now. I'm thinking I probably have a cable wrap. Yep, right here on my laptop power cable. It's Velcro cable wrap, right? Do I have a Velcro hat? No, that's the old school poppies. But Velcro, 1978. Thank you. God dang it, Dennis. When's your book coming out? Life with Dennis. The Madness, Chapter 1. 1992, I was on the cusp of graduating high school, and John Gotti was convicted of murder and racketeering and later sentenced to life in prison. Got him! Yeah, Gotti got sentenced. 1998 was a sad year for Milli Vanilli fans as Robert Pilatus, one half of Milli Vanilli, or at least the frontage, passed away at age 32, overdosed on a combination of drugs and alcohol. Combat boots have a Velcro strap at the top. Yup. Strap it up. Man, Velcro's awesome. I'm a big Velcro fan. Not going to lie. Velcro, hell yeah, Velcro. I forgot to, God dang it, I did it again. No, we're good. No, I'm an idiot. You know, I still don't understand why Restream can't return to the API for Facebook and just post comments there too. Anytime I want to comment to everybody, I have to do it in 2 spots. It's so silly. 2009, a mere 16 years ago, former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich was indicted on 16 felony counts of racketeering, conspiracy, wire fraud, extortion conspiracy, attempted extortion, and making false statements to federal agents. But he's doing okay. Blagojevich was in the middle of visiting Disney when the charges were being read. I thought Blagojevich, his dad was actually the Beach Bear from Showbiz Pizza that sat in the back and played the guitar with his tiny face on his giant head. Rob Blagojevich's face doesn't fit his head. Hey, Mom! All right, it is time. He's been pacing the floor. I really can't hold him back any longer. Ladies and gentlemen, Stone Richards, Weather Lord. Stone, we are in for some shit. There's no other succinct way to put it, kids. Our weather forecast is ugly. It's already windy out here in Cape Girardeau. Here in southeast Missouri and western Kentucky and in our heartland area, we're going to see some watches. We're going to see some warnings. We're going to see some potential tornadoes, hail, ugly shit today. Really, it's going to be this afternoon and this evening. So, without further ado, sir. By the way, it's 70 degrees right now. You can walk out in a T-shirt and be like, whew, it's breezy. But it's nice. We are under a wind advisory until midnight tonight. That's going on right now. We will be under a flood advisory from 1 p.m. today until 7 a.m. on Sunday, 7 a.m. on Sunday, because we've got rain coming the whole rest of the week. Heavy rain. Local accumulation, probably by the end of the week, we could get upwards of 10 inches of rain. That's shitty. That's where things flood that don't normally flood. And you need to be aware of that stuff. So get your ass in gear. Get prepared. I got to do a couple things. I'm trying desperately to channel a gutter issue, and I just don't know if I got bandwidth to get it done before the shit comes in. It is what it is. Anyway, Stone says today, high around 80, 81-ish. Rain probably starting around our area about 3 to 5 p.m. today. And it's going to get heavy. It's going to get ugly. Possibly thunderstorms. Could be severe. Heavy rainfall expected, etc. Winds 20 to 30 miles an hour. Sustained gusts between 50 and 60 miles an hour. That's another thing, okay? Lots of wind, heavy wind. Tonight, showers, thunderstorms overnight, low around 58. Rain continuing the rest of the week. We've got more chances for some severe weather, I think, Friday afternoonish. We're kind of keeping an eye on that. But Thursday's high around 66. Friday's high around 73. Saturday's high around 69. Showers and thunderstorms throughout. It's going to be wet. It's going to be garbage. And it's not going to disappear until Sunday afternoon. But Monday, just in time to kick off your work week. Plenty of sunshine with a high around 60. All right, look, we need some rain, no doubt, on our landscapes. We need rain, but we don't need 12 inches of rain. And again, flash flooding is a major concern. Beyond flash flooding, just freaking flooding. We're in a major, we're at a level 5 category risk here in Cape Girardeau, and that sucks. So just be prepared, okay? Common sense prevails. Right, Stone? Yeah, you bet. Swimsuits. Jackass. All right, time for your brekkie bits. We're moving on. We're getting out of the weather crap. Comfort and durability. In case you missed it, Val Kilmer passed away last night, early this morning. I'm not sure. It hit the news this morning. Val Kilmer, known for his roles across the spectrum, right? He's done so much. One of my favorite roles, of course, is Doc Holliday in Tombstone. I think a lot of us that were in our teens and 20s back then were channeling a little inner Doc Holliday. None quite as much as Sam Godwin, though. I can remember Sam walking around with his long rider coat on, a little napkin like he was, had tuberculosis. Yes, Dennis, it does. It's a high of every day. Research from the University of Ottawa seems to show that a week of cold baths slows down aging at the cellular level. Your cells literally rewire their protective responses, transforming from emergency mode, which is what they're typically in to fight inflammation and cell death, to a more efficient system focused on protection and repair. So there's some benefits to the ice bath, the cold bath. Other than it being cold and it sucks to be in it. I'm not a fan of freaking cold. Yeah, me too. We got to preg check cows later today before this storm comes in. We're going to do it. We're going to pull it off. Snow and rain in Michigan. Yeah. His Jim Morrison was incredibly epic. Yeah, you're right. A recent survey of 2,000 adults across all generations by Talker Research discovered that 1 in 10 young Americans deliberately carve out dedicated worry time in their daily routines. Deliberately means you are consciously making a decision of this will be my 20 minutes to just worry about shit. The average American spends about 138 minutes a day worrying. We do. Sporadically throughout the day, you add that time up, it's over 2 hours. I do. We've been worrying on the show this morning, right? I'm worried about this weather. I'm worried about my basement getting water in on it. I'm worried about, various things. 138 minutes a day on average that we worry. Hakuna Matata. There's that damn hair again. I see you. Maybe it's a floater in my eye. Maybe I'm losing my shit. No. Maybe if I just do like a genocidal cleansing of the whole side of the mouthpiece, I'll be your huckleberry. Sean Barbara Allen, you may remember her as Jenny Pendleton on The Waltons. She has passed away following a battle with Alzheimer's. She was 78. Jennifer Lawrence has welcomed our second child with husband Cook Maroney. Congratulations. Hope baby is healthy. Mama's doing good. Yeah, Gregory, there, and I don't know if you've seen or parts of his piece that he did, kind of made a movie, and I want to say it was with his son or something, but anyway, about his whole journey with cancer and the whole 9 yards. It's been a little bit. Gen Z says they know a person is old if their email address is their name at gmail.com. Why? Because Gmail started in 2004, right? And a lot of us went and claimed dbergfeld at Gmail or, GL Gannon, Lazar Gannon at gmail.com. But that means you're old, apparently. Norway, shoring up their defenses. They have around 3,000 structures left from World War II, and they're shoring these up. Accordingly, reportedly, being that Russia is right next door, Norway's like, all right, we got to patch this concrete. Jesus. And finally, tourists and residents in Iceland had to evacuate Tuesday. A volcano began erupting for the 11th time since 2021. It had been dormant for 800 years. And then 4 years ago, it started coming to life again. It could be something that is still developing, and, who knows? Iceland could be completely forever changed. We'll just see. Hopefully they'll keep it safe, right? I was today years old when I realized I'm old. We got some food news today. We're going to get into Brekkie Bits. That was Brekkie Bits. Yeah, that was our monkey. We got to get the food news, man. But I got some food news April Fool's pranks, because some of the good food companies pulled off some pretty good social media shenanigans yesterday. I don't know if you guys got into any April Fool's Day stuff. Nah, not so much for me. I was not. I had too much shit to do. Was not feeling pranky. I'm just trying to get my other work life compartmentalized where I need it to be. I feel like I'm kind of scattered to the wind right now and a little lost. Not lost, and that's not the right term. Just scattered. My Legos are all over the floor. I need that piece over there to go over here. Waffle House. These are your April Fool's food jokes. Waffle House announced that they were removing waffles from their menu due to the high price of eggs. People lost their damn mind. Then they said, nope, April Fools, suckers. Oh, Waffle House, you sly bastard. Yeah, Gregory, that's a good idea. There's too many bullshits. There were some funny bullshits. One Wheel, the guys that make the One Wheel that I got, they posted one of the One Wheel chair and basically took a lounge chair and mounted it on a One Wheel and just had one of their guys rolling down the street, but they were acting like it was for sale with 3 different reclines. It was pretty good. Kind of makes me want to go try to put a One Wheel. I've seen guys put lawn chairs on them, like them old school lawn chairs. I don't know. I forget that. If I'm going to fall, I'm going to fall standing up. Cadbury Cream Eggs yesterday announced that they were going to be selling cream egg sauce packets called On the Goo. Some of you were, ooh, ew, gross. But it's the inside of Cadbury eggs in a packet. That's nasty. A prank yesterday from 11 Labs. They do doggo stuff. They pranked with a new AI invention called Text to Bark. The product claimed it could translate dog barks into text messages. So people could understand what their pet is saying. Can you imagine that text thread? Hey, 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 squirrel. Hey, food, food. Hey, poop. Smell me. Oh, man. Yeah, dude, those are the worst. The fake... and now with AI, man, they can make some really good fake trailers. It sucks. I'm in that zone, right? We talked about that where I was at in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and yeah, I'm mid-season of the Ghost Rider season. It's such a good season. Nerds Candy celebrated April Fool's Day by announcing the launch of a new food item called Sweet and Crunchy Chicken. They claim their chicken tenders are coated with nerds and 31 herbs and spices. They also launched a Nerds Gummy Chicken sandwiches with pickles and more nerds. That's nasty. I don't have the drugs to be able to eat a Nerds-covered chicken sandwich. That's disgusting. Hey Dude, you know, the footwear folks, they teamed up with Feet Finder to poke a little fun on April Fool's Day. They said they have a new shoe collection called Hey Nudes. Clear shoes. It was a prank poking fun at feet pick culture. Hey Nudes. Customers were promised a discount, but were actually redirected to Pornhub. No, just kidding. They were redirected to a specialty collection. Yeah, agreed. Omaha Steaks released a romance novel called Certified Tender. You can download it for free on the company's website. Happy April Fools. Certified Tender, a beef story. Beef, 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 bologna. Reese's pranked people yesterday, told them they were going to release Reese's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, which would have been appropriate for today, being it's National Peanut Butter Jelly Sandwich Day. But they didn't. Nope, it is not peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? And Nestle introduced the Quiet Crunch Bar yesterday. Yep, no ASMR for you. It's the Quiet Crunch Bar. In non-pranky food news, Hooters announced Monday that they are filing for bankruptcy. No boob job can save them now. The company plans to sell all of its 100 company-owned restaurants to 2 franchisee groups that operate Hooters locations in the Tampa, Florida, and Chicago areas. So those 2 franchisees are now going to own the company. I don't know if they're going to keep them all open or not. I haven't been to a Hooters in quite a hot minute. There was a time, though, I made a point. There was this Hooters passport thing that was all throughout Texas, Oklahoma, I think Arkansas, maybe Louisiana. But if you visited all the Hooters locations and got the passport stamped, you got entered to win some prizes. And you got some free shit or whatever. So since I was on the road all the time, I made it a point. I hit all the Hooters. So did Kevin. We did our best to hit all the Hooters, get all the passport stamps. I had some fun conversations in Hooters. I met a girl in Oklahoma City that worked at that Hooters. Her name was Samantha Shrevogel, which was a very unique name. But anyway, Samantha was a college student going to OU, and she had aspirations to be a mermaid. She wanted to work in like those big high-end bars. She was a swimmer, and she was a long breath diver type, and she wanted to work as a mermaid where they'd go under long breath, they can hold it for a few minutes and swim around the mermaid tails. And obviously if she worked at Hooters, she could pull off a mermaid tail. So I don't know if Samantha Shrevogel ever realized her dreams of becoming a mermaid, or if she continued to work at Hooters and maybe she's a mom, lawyer or something. I don't know. We never had a Hooters in Cape. Closest one was St. Louis Union Station. R.I.P. Popeye's Chicken's going pickle on you. New menu items, the pickle glaze chicken sandwich, fried pickles, and pickle lemonade. Pickle glaze. I don't want to hear a glaze and pickle in the same sentence. Pickles should not be a glaze. That's gross. That's called fucking relish. You used to live near that first one ever opened? It was a booming price. I need a rim shot button just for Fred. For Fred and Trevor, I think. 2 new sandwiches at your nearby Subway. A hot honey pepperoni and hot honey chicken subs. Oh, hot honey. That's the new catchword, right? Nashville hot was it for a minute. Now we're into hot honey world. Here you go. An American who fled the Soviet Union, defected in the 1970s, came to the U.S., built a $200 million canned food empire, and is now calling on President Donald Trump to help rescue his company after Russian authorities seized the business and its assets. The company is called Glev Produkt. Started it in 1999. It grew to become known as the Campbell's Soup of Russia. Well, Putin says, no, and took over. Trump, get me back my soup, you bastard. Yeah, that's the ticket. There's a new flavor of Butterfinger, the first in decades. Salted caramel Butterfingers. If you're a Butterfinger fan, go knock it out. I think Butterfingers are gross as hell. New numbers say that Americans consume an average of 60 pounds of chicken per year. I did not consume any chicken yesterday. I did, however, consume some brisket because I got home from here and basically started my smoker and put brisket on and some stuffed mushrooms on and then went to work. And throughout the day, check on my meat, blah, 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 do what I needed to do. But, man, I made some pretty good brisket. I'm pretty proud of myself. It was pretty damn tasty, and I still got a shitload of it left. All right, let's talk about the 5-second rule. We're all guilty of it. I am absolutely, especially as a kid who grew up in the woods, I am all about eating off the floor. God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt. That theory stuck with me for most of my life. Oh, Rimmet. Okay, so eating off the floor. 5-second rule. You guys cool with the 5-second rule? I don't have a problem with it. Is it really, though, okay? Whatever germs are on the floor don't have time to adhere to the food that quickly, right? That's what we think. Oh, no, them little slow little bastards, they're not climbed on there yet. Pick that cat hair off of it. Hey, Gregory, cheers to you. Stay safe, my brother. Have a great day. Thank you, Lorraine. Yes, it was. It was mighty fine. And the mushrooms are mighty fine. My mom stuffed mushrooms. I've taken my mom's recipe and I kind of next leveled it a little bit by smoking the mushrooms instead of just oven cooking them. Extra tasty. Anyway, a recent national survey by Kelton Research found that 60% of Americans admit to eating off the floor. Would you continue doing so if you knew a typical home carpet has up to 4,000 times more bacteria particles even after vacuuming than a toilet seat? Ew. So we're looking at the total number of particles found, bacteria particles found on a 1-inch square surface of different household items, okay? Independent tests conducted by Dr. Charles Gerba, a microbiologist at the University of Arizona. So, a toilet seat, number of bacteria particles per square inch, believe this, a toilet seat, 49, that's it. 49. Yeah, I'm not eating off carpet either. Carpet's gross, that's hairy. The kitchen counter, okay, toilet seat, remember this, toilet seat 49, it's not a typo. Kitchen counter, 1,686. Kitchen tile, 2,546. Then we move to the bathroom floor. And if you're eating in the bathroom, there are bigger issues at hand. But the bathroom floor, 18,025. And let's say your dining room rug or your carpet, 200,000 plus. Toilet seat, 49 in an inch. Carpet, more than 200,000. That's a world in there. There's a world in your carpet. We are the littles. So there you go. Does the 5-second rule work? No, it doesn't. Eat the cookie that falls on the floor. You could also get a frosting of E. coli. Okay, so don't eat off the floor. Throw that shit away and get a new cookie. Now, if I'd have dropped the brisket on the floor, would I have eaten it? Yeah. Cell phones have terrible amounts of germs. All right, what time is it? It's 8:09. We can actually pull off weird news today. Hot dog. I don't know if I have anything that spectacular in the weird news, to be honest. I threw some in. This first one might be the best one out of the whole loop, and that'd be kind of disappointing. You know, you get to the bottom of the list, the last weird news is just right? Crickets. Good morning, everybody. Happy freaking Wednesday. Hope you have a great day. It is 8:09 a.m. It's time for your weird news. Brought to you by Glenna. Oh, Glenna. WKYC says a 29-year-old man, remember, 29, recently got stuck in a chimney while attempting to break into a business in Akron, Ohio. The young man thought he was Santa Claus. Police found him on the roof before rescuing him from the chimney with the help from the fire department. The suspect was then taken to a local hospital and later booked for breaking and entering and criminal trespass. It's a jolly holiday with Mary. Mary, I'm stuck in the fucking chimney. All right, WLOS says the Asheville, North Carolina police recently arrested Jeffrey Bradburn, somebody tag him on Facebook, for an armed robbery at a grocery store. Bradburn stole a cinnamon bun and then displayed a machete. When confronted, he ran off. You're the motherfucker. Stole a cinnamon bun and then pulled out a machete. Police quickly found him eating the stolen bun and took him into custody. No word on whether or not the bun hit the ground and anyone finished it. The Gillette News Record says 2 Gillette, Wyoming men were recently arrested after being found in a broken-down SUV with $245 worth of stolen Walmart steaks. One man was drunk and passed out. The other was drunk and uncooperative. Both men are now facing various charges. No word on the status of the steaks. I hope that the cops took them and cooked them. You know, that'd be nice. Here you go. Oddity Central. We're going to go across the pond for this one. We're going to France. France. Oddity Central says a deli in Cannes, France, named My Wife is a Sow is causing a stir. The shop's founders are 2 men, and they insist the name is meant to be humorous. The owners have defiantly moved their sign indoors. My wife is a sow. Hey, you want to get a sandwich? Sure, where would you like to go? My wife is a sow. I heard they have great pastrami. Yep. My fat pig wife. I don't know. Tube steaks. WBAY is our last weird news. Let's see if it disappoints. I didn't read these yet. WBAY says a Wausau, Wisconsin man recently jumped into the Wisconsin River in an attempt to avoid being arrested. He was promptly rescued by the police and fire departments and then taken into custody. Yeah, wasn't that weird? I guess he thought he was Jason Bourne or some shit. That's your weird news. Let's talk about some juice. Animal juice. Yeah, animal juices. We're actually talking about a top 10 list, kids. I'm kind of starting to dig the pull-in of the top 10 list. And today's top 10 is the top 10 bodily fluids in the animal kingdom. Yeah, let's get squishy. Coming in, and these are, I don't know that they're in any particular order. I'm sure the person that made the list in the prep sheet was like, yeah, man, let's make that one first. I want to redo Glenda's. Really less because of the D, but more because of my terrible Texas. That looks like a drunk person writing a down arrow. Glenda. Top 10 bodily fluids in the animal kingdom. Here we go. Number 1. Whale urine. That's right, whale pee-pee. Whale urine enriches the ocean ecosystems. It does. Whales release urine rich in nitrogen and phosphorus, which are vital elements that support marine life, especially in nutrient-poor tropical waters. Whale pee, saving the ecosystem. Number 2 on the list, wombat poop. Now, I know we said fluids. Dude, give me some leeway. Wombats produce distinctive cube-shaped poops. Yep, they poop dice. And they stack their poop to mark their territory. This unique shape prevents the poop from rolling away. It's literally, evolution has made their poop cubed so it can't roll away so they can mark their territory with it. And so you can play poop Legos if you got wombats in your yard. Good eye to that one. Caecilian amphibians produce milk for offspring. Number 3, legless burrowing caecilians, not the Italian type, secrete a milk-like fluid rich in fats and sugars to nourish their young, which is a very rare trait among amphibians. Yeah, lizard milk. It exists. Lizard milk, 1. Blinker fluid, 0. That's true. Look at birds, Dennis. Aphids. Yeah, those tasty little garden morsels. Aphids use defensive secretions against predators. When threatened, some aphids release a white sticky fluid to fend off predators like moth larvae, often sacrificing themselves to protect the colony. They squirt that nastiness. They might get eaten, but that critter's going to move on. The good of the order. That's what that one's for. How about dolphins? What about dolphin juice? Do you know that dolphins identify each other by tasting each other's pee? That might get me zooked, that sentence. But it's science. Dolphins can recognize individuals by tasting each other's urine, which contains unique chemical signatures aiding in social interactions. You know, so they're just swimming along. Terry, Terry, Terry. Oh, that's Alan. Alan! Hippos, probably the most metal of our bodily fluids in the list. Number 6. Hippos secrete blood sweat for skin protection. Hippos produce a reddish secretion known as blood sweat, which acts as a natural sunscreen and antimicrobial agent, protects their skin from sunburn and infection. Blood sweat. Right? Like, think of that album cover. A rhino, like blood sweat dripping. That's pretty awesome. That's true, Alicia. They are the golden retrievers of the sea. Yes. Pea sniffers. Pea tasters. That's gross. Number 7. Bearded vultures. The Rizzlers. Bearded vultures use pigment from mud and urine. Bearded vultures deliberately dye their feathers using mud and pee-pee. They pee in to make the mud, and then the reason they do this is not quite understood, but possibly to signal dominance or to enhance mating displays. Or maybe they just channeling their inner Rambo. I don't know. They pee mud, and then they decorate themselves. Sea cucumbers have made our top 10 list before as one of the ocean's best defense mechanisms. Sea cucumbers eject their internal organs as defense. They can, when they're threatened, they can throw up all their guts, literally. That entangles the predators. It can allow the sea cucumber to escape, and they will regenerate those organs over time, which we have discussed in our top 10 list. How about that? Of course, would be remiss if not to mention skunks, right? The Pepe Le Pew spritzer. Woof. Skunks deter predators by spraying foul-smelling fluid from their anal glands. Yep. It can cause temporary blindness and obviously can cause nausea. Skunk spray. That's one of my things in life I don't ever want to experience. And we got skunks that come into the yard. They get after whatever cat food might be left at 2 in the morning. And they're cute. Oh, they're cute. They're like little cat squirrels. They're so cute. I ain't getting sprayed. And number 10 on the list, well, probably one of nature's best animal juices. Cow's milk. Yeah. Cow's milk is nutrient rich. This fluid nourishes the young, contains essential proteins and fats and vitamins and minerals. And just like an old white lady's milk, it is designed with perfect science to be able to nourish and grow a baby. Go get them, cows. We love you. Moo moo, buckaroo. That's enough animal juice talk. We're going to get into our warm and fuzzies. We're going to wrap this show a couple minutes early, and that's probably okay. It's okay. The R. Kelly of the sea. Oh, boy. You kids are killing me. Science! I have 4 warm and fuzzies today, which I thought was odd. Because when I went into my sneak preview prep last night, there's always 1 warm and fuzzy, and then in the morning there's usually the 2 others, and I get 3. And I pulled the 1. And then when I went in this morning, whole new batch of 3. The one from last night went away. Why? Well, did they find out it wasn't real? I don't know. I'm going to say it anyway. because it's a warm and fuzzy bonus. Nothing wrong with that. Couple of things. Reminder, severe weather in our area, moving in between 3 and 5 today. And then it's going to be shitty the rest of the week. Be prepared. Clear your drains, where your rain spouts are, all that stuff. Make sure you don't have, just the last rain washed some leaves up, it's kind of half blocking the drain. Go clear that shit because you're going to want that cleared. Clear your spots. Warm and fuzzy. Wu-Tang. Let's go. 5th grader, young student, handsome fella from Chesapeake, Virginia. Recently received awards for calling 911 during his mom's medical emergency. Elias Farul acted quickly when his mom had an allergic reaction. Police praised his calm and brave demeanor. Farul earned a life-saving assistance award and the Chief's Award of Recognition, and I'm sure his mama made his favorite meal because Elias saved his mama's life, and that's awesome. We will, Alicia. We will. I mean, it's just, for me, it's the dread of knowing that when we get heavy, heavy rain like this, even when I've prepared as best as possible, it's inevitable I still get a little bit of seepage in the basement. And it's just kind of a pain in the ass because my basement's cluttered. I have things elevated. I'm not worried about anything flooding out, per se. It's just a mess, and I got to deal with it. So, like, I swept up around the litter boxes yesterday. I'll go home today. And Velvet is probably down there with a coffee cup, tossing litter around, dropping a turd or two out on the floor. And if I don't get those things swept up, and we do get water that comes in, it comes in over by the friggin' litter boxes, and all that will get into the water, and then I'll have cat litter water. And then the whole fucking basement stinks. It is what it is, bastards. I'll put a rug down. The basement floods. Can't keep a rug down there. Anyway. Hey, congratulations on that one, Elias. Good job. The Nerd Stash says, a Nevada woman's cows, repeating theme today on Preg Check Day. That's what she said. Cows have a bedtime routine that includes pajamas, snacks, and a cartoon movie. Yeah, the cows are named Millie and Milo. They have a following of over 8 million people on social media. Commenters online are envious of the cow's luxurious treatment, with some even jokingly asking to be adopted. Millie and Milo's mama takes good care of them. I don't know if you guys follow them on social or not. Some good cows. Reminds me of the pig joke, and I'm not going to say it. CBS says a North Carolina dog recently welcomed 2 orphaned puppies into her litter of 8. The new mama says, and I agree. The puppies were found abandoned in a box on the side of the road. The mother dog took them in as her own without hesitation, nursing and caring for them. That's a good dog. That's a very good dog. And our final warm and fuzzy comes to us from Cleveland, Ohio, home of the No Longer Indians. The family was recently saved from a burning home. The roof was on fire. The roof was on fire. A teenager, Alex, noticed smoke, quickly helped the family escape. Alex called 911. The firefighters arrived. The family expressed deep gratitude for Alex's quick thinking and bravery. Alex, we hope that in a situation like that, if that's happening to us and we're unaware, we hope we have an Alex close by to let us know that we don't need no water to let the motherfucker burn. That's your Warm and Fuzzies. That's your show. Again, it is World Autism Awareness Day. You can go back up to the top of the comments, find that link, go learn more, educate yourself about autism today. Take that little 30 minutes to train up. Maybe your business, maybe your home could use a little autism them up. Be able to be more accepting and more welcoming to those with autism as well. Have a great week. All right. Stay dry. Those of you in the midst of our Midwest adventures, please be safe and smart and don't try to drive through the damn water. Remember, your tires are about a 6-inch by 6-inch patch that touches the ground, and that's all the traction you got. So don't be stupid. Be safe. Turn around, don't drown. Man, how about them Cardinals? Let's go Blues. I'll see you guys on Friday morning, okay? Have a great week. Be nice humans. That's not it. Where's the end at? There it is. There it is. Hey, by the way, I don't know if you guys have seen the pictures of Ivan and Mickey on the road, their road adventures, touring, doing the thing. They're rocking the fuck out, and I love it so much. So continued safe journeys, Ivan, Mickey. The Jaguardini madness continues. All the love in the world to you. Peace.